Hello, my name is Oso, and today we're going to do a walkthrough of Super Mario RPG remade for the Switch. I loved this game as a kid, and I'm very excited to revisit it 25 years later. This guide will help you get through the puzzles, boss fights, and find hidden items. If you find this helpful, make sure to leave it a like and subscribe for more content like this one. We are working to get to 1,000 subscribers, and you can help make that happen. And with this out of the way, let's get on to the video. After a beautifully rendered cutscene, getting right to the point, we take control of Mario. The first enemies we encounter are patrolling the room, but are optional, so I'll be skipping them. These guards at the door are not, and we will take our first look at the battle system. Each face button has a corresponding function. Mario is the typical main protagonist with good all-around stats. However, special attacks require flower points, which we will cover later. But it is best to use Mario primarily as a fighter and use his attack. Once you select a target, Mario will move towards them. An exclamation point will appear during the attack animation. This is the battle system's advanced feature, the action command. By timing another tap of the A button, any attack will deal extra damage. This also works for specials and also defense, blocking incoming damage. After both enemies are defeated, we will move on to Bowser. This fight is a very clever tutorial. Not every battle is a straightforward slugfest. In this case, the only way to defeat Bowser is to ignore him and attack the chain chomp holding his chandelier. You can see the difference between successful action commands and not for both attack and defense. After several hits, the chandelier will drop and Bowser will attempt petty revenge. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this classic. Oh yeah, wait a second. Another amazing cutscene and we are at the title screen. Mario is thrown from the castle and lands back in his house. Walk around with Mario and talk to Toad to progress the story. Mario will attempt to return back to Bowser's castle, and the giant sword will begin talking to you and tell you to shove off. Return back to your house, and Mario will recount what happened to Toad. He will tell you to head towards Mushroom Kingdom, but before you can, he will interrupt you and offer a tutorial about action commands. If this is your first time playing, the tutorial is very helpful, but I'm going to go ahead and skip it. Now we are on to Mushroom Kingdom. Most fights are again optional and I'll be skipping a good portion of them, but feel free to fight as many enemies as you find necessary. As you get better with action commands, the game becomes much easier. You will find chests as you explore the area, either containing items or coins. And since I took some damage here, I'll be using a mushroom out of combat rather than using a turn during battle. After a battle, you may be given a prompt to either double your experience or coins from the battle. A short minigame will appear to find a Yoshi inside an egg. It's very easy to do and provides a small boost. You may also come across battle items after defeating enemies. This restored my health to full during mid-battle, and you can find stat boosts in others. Once you level up a character, you will be brought to a stage screen. The character stats will appear, and you will be given a bonus choice between physical, health, and magic. Mario has good all-around stats, but I recommend increasing physical or HP. By jumping on this rotating flower, Mario can jump onto higher platforms. This chest revealed a flower tap, which increases the total amount of flower points we have by 1. The second chest has a pick-me-up, an item used to revive a character mid-battle. Now I'm going to demonstrate Mario's special move. These moves deal specialized damage to foes at the cost of flower points. Enemies will have weaknesses to different special moves. For instance, this paratrooper is weak to Mario's jump. The number of flower points that we have is shown at the bottom of the screen and is shared between the whole group. Mario has some very powerful specials, but at the cost of a lot of flower points to use. Also, Mario can do pretty good damage with his normal attacks, and other characters we meet along the way have better uses for the pool of flower points. Just make sure to use the action commands for additional damage. Save Toad from the paratrooper and he will give you a flower tap. You can use this item to permanently increase your max flower points or FP. However, you can also use this item to restore your FP, so it is better to save them until you're running low and preserve your syrups, which can save you a ton of coins. Note that this only works on held flower tabs that you can use in your items, not flower tabs that you find in the open world. Heading into the next screen, we come across our first major battle against the Hammer Bros. We're going to use our gauge move, which is a new feature in the remake. Successful action commands fill up the gauge, and at 100% you can use it. Since we just have Mario, the only option we have is the Toad Assist. He will provide a chest with a scrolling set of items, and we get a lucky star, which is kind of underwhelming. All action commands will automatically succeed for the next 2 turns. This fight can be a little tricky. Both Hammer Bros will take multiple hits to take down and can hit pretty hard. Focus down one of the Hammer Bros with either attack or jump if you have spare FP. Timing the defense action command will save you from a lot of damage, and use a mushroom if you get low on health. Defeating them will net you a flower jar, which increases max FP by 3. But like the flower tab, I recommend saving it until you're low on FP. The Hammer Bros also left a hammer, a weapon that Mario can now use. Go into the menu and equip the hammer, giving Mario a substantial boost in attack. We've made it to Mushroom Kingdom. Head inside the castle to progress the story. Be sure to check out the cellar afterwards for supplies and Peach's room for an NSFW joke and a mushroom. Outside, we are treated to yet another beautiful cutscene and meet Mallow, who's totally not a tadpole. Mallow is a spellcaster with high magic but low attack. I recommend using the level up bonuses on his magic first and then health. Be sure to check out the town before heading out. The inn will allow you to sleep, recovering all health and FP for only 3 coins. The shop has items and armor and accessories to boost your stats. The jump shoes, exclusive to Mario, allow him to use jump on anyone and give moderate stat increases, and the antidote tin provides resistance to poison damage. Down in the shop cellar, you'll be introduced to hidden treasures. These are hidden throughout the world and contain very useful items. He will also give you a signal ring that anyone can wear, which will allow you to know that there is a hidden treasure on the screen. This usually means mindlessly jumping around to find them, but I will show you where most are. Now it's time to hunt Croco. Chase him through Bandit's way. Armed with a new hammer, Mario can do a lot more damage. However, this new weapon comes with a different action command timing. Luckily, the game will give you a prompt for the new attack so you can get used to it. Mallow also shines with his Thunderbolt special. It deals electrical damage to all enemies for only 2 FP, far more efficient than Mario's jump. As you chase Croco, he will show off some platforming puzzles to progress. Before you leave the area, jump on the spinning flower and jump to the right. There is a hidden treasure holding a Coca-Cola, one of the best items in the game. It restores all health and FP for all party members, so be sure to save it until you need it most. Continue chasing Croco. He will show off a more advanced jumping puzzle with a rotating platform. Simply wait for it to get under the chest to reveal a star. A star will give Mario invulnerability for a limited time and kill all enemies on the overworld that he touches. Best part, your party will gain the experience. Run around and touch as many dogs as possible for free XP. Once the star runs out, hop back onto the platform. There is another chest with a flower tab inside. It is best to have both Mario and Mallow to be level 3. This will give them access to Fireball and HP Rains respectively. Finally, we have cornered Croco. The chest inside holds a mushroom, restoring our health and FP. We need to sneak up to him 3 times. Use the terrain to your advantage and wait for him to turn his back to catch him. He will attack after you catch him for the 3rd time, so make sure you're healed up and have plenty of FP before that. Croco can be a legitimate threat if you're not prepared. You should be comfortable with the action commands by now for extra damage and guarding yourself. One thing to do, especially during boss fights, is Mallow's Thought Peek. Mallow can read the mind of his target and read their weaknesses. In this case, Croco is weak to fire, giving Mario a perfect opportunity to use his Fireball special. Spamming the A button will deal 100 damage to Croco and stun him for a turn the first time it's used. I recommend spending FP on Fireball, then Mallow's specials. Have Mallow defend and use items as necessary. His attacks are very poor and you want Mario to attack every turn. Once you've defeated Croco, Mallow will literally punch the coin out of him. And now it's time to return to Mushroom Kingdom, and we can use our new map to fast travel. Except Mushroom Kingdom is under siege by Shymore on Pogo Sticks. Mallow should be able to one-shot all Shymore with Thunderbolt plus Action Command, save the Toads to net some items, and now that we have HP Rain, we can use it in the overworld outside of combat by selecting Y and select the ability on the character that you want to use it on. This is much better than spending a turn during combat, and now you can head back to Mushroom Castle. Ignore the prompt of the hidden treasure, we cannot get to it right now. Head back to the cellar to pick up some more items, and head to the main throne room. Both Mario and Mallow should be level 4 or very close to it. Now it's time to face the first of the Smithy gang, Claymorton. Claymorton will ambush you with 4 Shymore. The scary thing about this encounter is not exactly the boss, but the number of enemies. We already know that Thunderbolt plus an action command will one-shot the Shymores, and Mallow's Thought Peek will reveal that boss is weak to electricity. Attack the boss directly with Mario, and Mallow's Thunderbolt should clear all the remaining enemies and stun the boss for a turn. Keep hitting the boss with Mario each turn while Mallow is on support. Attack or defend, and then heal when necessary. Hold out on using special until the boss calls down for additional Shymore, and then clear them up with a single Thunderbolt. If the Shymore stay on the field, the boss will leave until they are cleaned up. Once the boss is down, you will receive your first star. And this is it for part 1 of my guide through Super Mario RPG. If you find it helpful, please give it a like or leave your thoughts in the comments below. Also, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to be notified about new content, including part 2 of this guide. We are pushing towards 1,000 subscribers, and you can help make that happen. My name's Oso, and thanks for watching.